Halito, Halito, Halito. Hopefully everybody can hear me if you're just coming in. What a beautiful day it is. I'm out here in near Laredo, Texas. It's just a beautiful day, man. It's beautiful. Halito to everybody. I'm hoping that you guys having a great day. Last time I came on TikTok, I had a very interesting conversation. Had a couple of controversial, it's always controversial in everything you do. They got people who's going to like you, they got people who are just going to dislike you. It's just no matter what you do in your life, you're not going to please everybody. And I think people have to understand when you come with knowledge, knowledge ain't for everybody. Knowledge ain't for everybody. Sometimes you put your heart into something and you work on trying to, teach people that don't want to be taught. There's some people who just can't, retract on history. For those who just coming in, Halito, peace and blessings for those who just coming in. But I want you guys to understand that every time you build and that everything that you give, it's not for everybody. And when we talk about history, history comes, I like to say that it has always been interpreted by people who have oppressed other people. History has been told by people who have oppressed other people. Now it doesn't, that it doesn't matter what color of skin you are. I mean, throughout history, there's the haves and the have-nots in life. I don't care what you do in life. There's the rich and there's the poor. Okay, so that's always going to be a narrative on how people pushes history. Okay, so when you contest history, then you become an enemy because it makes too much sense. See, people have to really dig into the truth and the knowledge and actually contest what was told to you by your people. Okay? It is what it is. Where should I get fast food? Somebody said, where should they get fast food? You may not want to deal with fast food. Fast food is killing our people, killing every person on this earth. Fast food is really just destroying us. Okay, take it to me. I lost a lot, like 40 pounds in 2 weeks. 40 pounds in 2 weeks. So I probably don't look as like I used to. Okay, so a lot of you guys, fast food is good though. Don't get me wrong. But it's not healthy. It might be good to you as far as in taste, but in longevity of your life, it's not good for you. So I would always tell you to have a little bit of both of everything. I'm not telling you guys to be vegans. I don't believe in all that vegan shit. I believe that you can have the best of both worlds. You can have a little bit of meat and you can have a little bit of vegetables. You put everything in perspective and you can have live a healthy life. Okay. But I'm not here to dictate people on what they eat and what they should eat. It is what it is. I know one thing. I went from 248 pounds to 213 pounds, and that was in 2 weeks. And Lord knows I thought I was going to die. That was, I had potassium, lack of potassium, and then we have this COVID-19 going on. So I don't know what the hell happened to me, but I am back. I got my, I'm eating again. The good part about it is I didn't have no taste buds. I wasn't able to eat. I wasn't able to do nothing but drink water. Okay, so I was sick for 3 weeks, and now I'm back. I'm back to eating again. I'm back to eating my vegetables, eating my fruits, and doing the things that I like to do. And I'm back. Okay, so but I want you guys to understand that everything that you do in your life everything is in proportions. Everything that you do, you should be in proportions. Take proportions in everything that you do. Okay, balance life. I grow my own vegetables. You have to have a balanced life. We get away from nature. A lot of our people, in general, we get away from true nature. We don't grow our own vegetables, and then You know, there's a lot of bacteria out here that's killing us off. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said before, you guys got to understand the true things. I like to say, as far as what we dealing with, is people don't want to revitalize history. The things that was told to you. We don't like to question history. We just believe that some older people who have told us about our life and told us about who we are, we just supposed to just take what they told us and not review history. And I want you guys to understand. You woke up one day and they told you you came from slave ships. You woke up one day and you believe that you came from slave ships. You believe that you came from foreign land. So some of the things, don't you cut me off, man. Come on, man. You're gonna come in and cut me off? You're a rude motherfucker. You know that? Now, indigenous warrior, you just a rude motherfucker. It is what it is. But you, but you my people. You man. It is what it is. I want people to understand that growing your own food, getting back with nature, is what we have to get back to be strong, and we have to question history. What do you think about that, bro? Questioning history.
Well, you know my stance on this. I question everything. You know, I question everything. And I told you I was lied to before dealing with the Bible. So when I found out the truth, I was like, I'm not taking nobody's word for nothing no more, man. I'm questioning everything. You know, and like I say, I was born in '85, so anything after '88, you should question it, man, because like you say, Jesse was the reason that they came out and changed everybody's classification to African American. So me personally, I was born in '85, so I don't have African American on my birth certificate.
Yeah, I think for what you're saying, and not to cut you off, I want people in the chat to understand that you need to go look at your birth certificates. Every last one of you guys who say that you are African descent, realize that you're not African descent. Okay? People find it very crazy to believe that all black people, and I want to say not everybody from America didn't come from Africa that is melanated with melanin skin. Now you have some, not all, and I'm not talking against people who came from Africa, but not all came from Africa. Some were already here. So people have very much problems with our conversation understanding phenotypes, bone structures.
Okay,
Look at they have problems with that. Go ahead, brother.
okay, but look, check this out. Okay, if the first slave ship came to America in 1619, who was here in 1492 and 1300? Ask yourself that. If the first slave ship came in 1619 to America, they already had people here. So who was those folks here before the slave ship came? And ask yourself that.
Yeah, well, people they don't want to conversate. They want to say that it was when they conversate. They want to say that it was Native Americans that were already here, but they don't tell you. They don't question. And I want to before I give you the show, they don't question the fact that nobody ever says that Native Americans come from Asia. No, I don't hear nobody ever talk about that. I don't hear nobody talk like that.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Okay, let's say Native Americans was here. The when you look up Native American, the correct term Native American applies to color copper folks. So that means we are the original Native Americans. We was already here.
Yeah, and which is
the
indigenous.
Native American was took from us. Native American, the word Native American was stolen from us and gave to the people from Asia who migrated here. You can't be a Native American.
Now, let me ask you this question, bro. Why are they not talking about the fact that we are the only people who have multiple names? We have been called Negro. We have been called, you have to understand this. We have been called color. Now, color And then they don't tell you about copper color. So we put the both. We have to put both of it together. We have been called Afro Americans. We are the only people. Now, I have never heard of a native only being called a native in America. They don't change their name. But why are indigenous copper Americans are called multiple names and they keep changing the names? They go to African American because there's an identity crisis. And this is the biggest trick in the book to not so you will not know who you are as a nation of people. You will claim other names. Now I want people to understand, by you claiming other names, you are discontinuing yourself to this land. You are making yourself not a you're actually making yourself a foreigner in your own land by keep switching up your names. By you calling yourself an African American, which does not make a sense because you cannot be part of a continent and
Which
a
is that?
country at
Well,
the same time. So
exactly.
when we listen
You
to
can't
these
be
people,
both.
you can't be both. So when you call yourself a foreigner, now when you hear Mexican, a Mexican call themselves Mexican. When you hear Caucasians, they are called Caucasians, but they call themselves white. You don't see them calling themselves European American. You don't see them breaking it down to like they are half and half. They are either European and that's it. They don't have switch ups in their names. So everything is in a name. Somebody said, "Well, why do you care?" I'm proud to be an African American. I'm proud to be black. First of all, black does not exist when it comes down to economics. When it comes down
And
to
yours does.
financials,
And
black. When you read the definition of black, black is a word that says dead. Black is a word that dim, that's dark, dead, and ugly. Why is the definition making us to planet us to be such a low vibration? Such a low vibration, my brother. Go ahead.
no, what I'm saying though is, you said someone said they're proud to be African American. Let me tell you something. How can you? First of all, you can't be no African American. Like you said, you can't be from a continent and America. You got to pick one. That whole term African American doesn't exist. You see what I'm saying? Now you can be from Africa and brought to America. Then yeah, you can't be born in America and say you African American. No, it doesn't go like that. You American. And hell, you're not even American. You're Aborigine, which means you're indigenous. So that makes it a whole lot different too. You see what I'm saying? You have to pick and choose your words carefully on what you're going to say and how you're going to say it, because the words are spells at the end of the day. So with that being said, it's like this. How can I put this? It's like this, bruh. When you figure out who you are, it'll make sense to you. Like, you got to go and do your homework on your family, on your genealogy. And like, when you do that, it will show you none of your family members came from no Africa.
Well, when we talk
None of your
about
family members ain't gonna come to. And they,
and that's one thing I want to cut you off because when we talk about DNA, we talk about the facts of DNA. DNA cannot linger that many generations over to Africa. When they tell you that you from Africa, they tell you that your DNA is in West Africa, but they're not, and I want people to understand that. That when you talk about a DNA that's supposed to reach all the way to Africa, they only tell you West Africa, and then they tell you, and then they talk about, well, they got some East Africans that look like you. Now they're contradicting the whole story. Now they want you to believe that there are people in Africa that look. There's people across the world that look like everybody. Okay, I don't give a damn where you at. There's a
hell,
person
they say
in the
I look
world.
like, bruh.
Go ahead.
Everywhere I go, no telling you. Everywhere I go, bruh, I get pulled to the side and they tell me I look like the little dude Lil Rel from the Carmichael show. Everywhere I go, I get stopped and pulled over. Hey man, you look like so and so. You look okay. We live in the world where like you say, everyone has that twin that you look like. Okay,
There's a long
but
lost twin everywhere across this world. If you have to understand that if you are the original man, woman of the world, you're gonna have a twin because they come off of you. You have to understand that all these people come off of you. The makeup of the world comes off the melanated man in the world. So we're gonna have twins and people that look like you. But the facts, I want people to understand the key facts of life. You have to understand that generations, you're not gonna find these bone structures, you're not gonna find these generation of people all the way in Africa. You're not gonna find your DNA. So you have to start what's in America. See, people don't want to start and trace their lineages to America because see, it gets very scary once the truth come out. The truth is that you were already here. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and debate people on who was the first in the world. I'm telling you, the first in this world. You were already here. I'm not here in the competition with Native Americans on who come here first. I know one thing: our people just did not fall off slave ships. Not everybody came
And
on slave ships.
okay. Let's use this. Okay, let's use this narrative, this so-called narrative. Okay, about slave ships. Okay, we all know the first slave ship came here in America in the 1690s. Okay, there was not the 12. There was not no 12 million slaves came here on no damn boat to no America. Okay, you got people that's head to feet on ships. Now let's think about the boats and the process they came over here on the boats. Okay, they must think we stupid or dumb. Now check this out. You got slaves from head to foot on chains on the ships below. Then you got the overseers, the slave masters. Then you got food and all this. Then we got to look at the time of the currents of the water and look at the time frame they talking about they came here. No way impossible those slaves that they so-called say 12 million came here is impossible.
I,
Then you got to look at the situation of the slaves that was in. They had the women that was having their menstrual, which is the blood clots that was having their menstrual every month. So that's a problem. Then you had the men who was pissing everybody, was another problem. And then you got the feces and shit, which is more toxic and dangerous. So how can you have all this on the ship? So that means some people are going to die due to the diseases and stuff and the lack of cleanliness on the ships. So we know some slaves fought before they got on the ship. So we gonna knock that out. Then let's not talk about the ones who jumped off the boat and dropped in the water. They didn't count those. So that's some more numbers that's gone down right there. Then you turn around and the ones that did make here did not populate what you see today. Because if you think about it, I can go take a picture with a real Nigerian African and I stand next to him. I'm willing to bet you $10,000. I do not look even close to him.
Yeah, now I'm gonna read this comment. It says, "Why is that humans refuse to embrace and appreciate different and divided ones?" Another, see, you gotta understand this, and that is a great comment. Culture and color. People don't educate themselves about. They really believe that people only come from one side of the earth, and that they believe that dark complexion people only come from the African continent. They can't and that's not just dark complexion people. They just believe that people just come from one side of the earth and that's just it. You have to dig yourself in, and when we look at the islands and we look at all these beautiful islands and you see these melanated people over there, you ask how they get there. Everybody didn't come on boats, okay? So good or bad, elders pass down stories. They never mention a ship. It's a reason for that. And people have to understand because see, indoctrination is a
But
powerful
yeah,
thing.
see, see, some See, a comment over here on me says, nowhere in history does it mention how big the ships also were. A 30-foot lifeboat holds 250 people. Okay, now let's just take that and put that in perspective. If a 30-foot ship only holds 250 people, how in the fuck did we get 12 million slaves over here in that time, in the allegedly 12 million slaves over here in that time? You really think we stupid or dumb?
But
The people was on,
but
so
when you
okay.
talk about offspring, when you talk about offspring, okay, offsprings, and we talk, these domino effects of people who have turned and started looking lighter over the course of years. Look at myself, I'm lighter, okay. As the course of years of mutation, you got to think about mutation. There's a thing called mutation. So this brother on the right has more melanin than I do, okay? But I'm still a melanated brother also. So when you talk about mutation, it's nobody is being disrespectful to white people. Nobody. You have to understand as the beginning of time, the beginning of time, the people were darker. They were not light skinned. They didn't have a such thing as light skin. As time of mutation and time went on, people started looking light during because of a time of mutation. Now, me myself, I can be in the sun all day long and don't get no skin burn because I have enough melanin in my skin. Now we have to educate our
And
people.
we have,
Everybody comes from the great melanin, from the beginning melanin of man and woman. Okay, everybody. Okay, so
and we have
people
to, and
only
we have to,
only people of racism, want to deny that. Only people who are racist
and
want to
we
deny
also
it.
have to look at it like this.
It
We have to
really
look at it
matters.
like this too, though, brother. We have to look at it like this too, though. We have to look at the fact that we also have to look at the fact that we has been see they took our classification. Okay, it's like this. Everybody that was Aborigine, that was American Indians, we was paper genocide.
That's fact.
Okay, so whatever your ancestor, we was paper genocide. So they took our original race and put down everybody of color underneath one group. When you cannot do that as and characterize everybody in one group, you cannot do that because people was from different places and stuff like that. So that was a part of the paper genocide. Then they took our identity and gave it to the Mexicans and the whites. Okay, when the hell have you seen a white Cherokee? You see what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
That was Aboriginal
that was
people.
never. It was never a white
You
Cherokee. It was
see?
never white
Okay,
Cherokees.
if anybody who you see today that is white and they call themselves an Indian, they falls under the category of $5
Well,
Indian.
well, you have to understand, my brother. Indian was a degrading name. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. To be called Indian was an insult to melanin, dark-skinned Indians. When they called you Indians, Indians was like calling somebody a nigger, a Negro. You know, that was the same.
Basically,
It was the
yeah,
same. It was
yeah.
the same terminology. Our tribes did not use the word Indian. Okay, so the problem, the reason why we say Indians is just because we're trying to let everybody understand. See, these Native Americans want to be proud to be called Native, Native, but they proud to call Indian. But then, nope, that was a degrading name. Redskin was a degrading name. We didn't want to, the people did not want to use, because that word was, because it represent the dark complexion Indian. That's why the light complexion Indian
Wait, I
did
got
not want to
somebody
be
else.
called redskin. Go ahead, brother.
I got somebody over here say he's Josh Bateman 87 say I'm a white Apache and Choctaw, and what you're saying is true. I know because you have to be. Yeah, see, he's white, so he falls underneath the $5 rule. See, you I can't. What was the name of the $5
The Dawes Roll, the
the
Dawes
$5
Roll.
thing again?
It was called the
There
Dawes
you
Roll.
go. There you go.
It was called the Dawes Roll,
There you go. So
where
you look at.
they tried to leave out. See, there was money that was given to tribes. Now certain tribes was given money. We a lot of our tribes got kicked out. A lot of dark complexion people got kicked out of the because they formed the legion called the Dawes Roll. The Dawes Roll was where they gave light complexion people who were light complexion the right to be called Indian, and they were getting money. They were getting assistance from the government. The government was giving them money. Now we got kicked out, and we because and they stopped. They gave the white man had said, well, you know what? I want to be a part of this. So they said, look, I'll give you $5 if you enroll me to become a member of being an Indian. So a lot of white Indians out
And you
there
gotta remember,
had
but
had
you gotta
had
remember,
got in.
in this time, $5 was a lot of money at this
Five
time.
dollars was a lot
We,
of
we
money
ain't
at the
talking about
time.
the we ain't talking about the $5 with Abraham Lincoln on it today. We talking about the old five
The
dollars,
old
and you gotta
five
remember
dollars,
too,
when you
they
get
was
that many
getting
people accumulating, the old $5 was a lot of money. If you get $5 from every person that want to get a part of that get a part of that group, And that's a lot of money, brother. That's a lot of money. Five,
And you
five,
gotta look
five,
at it,
five, five.
and you
Hell
have to look
yeah.
at
I got five
shit,
on you.
five people is $25 at the time. Shit, so and you gotta look at it like this too. And you gotta look at it. You gotta look at they was putting bounties out on Indians. You was getting paid big bucks for every Indian you kill. So you gotta look at it like this. It wasn't just about the Indians. It was about the land too. They wanted our land, but they didn't want to pay for the land. So what they did, they came up with the laws and they came up with a way to scheme and kill us. You see what I'm saying? To take the land from us. You see that's why people are getting the land back now from
Keep going,
their
brother.
ancestors that they stole the land from. And you got to look at it like this. At the end of the day, they was killing us. They was getting paid top dollars for every Indian you killed. They was paying you top dollars for them. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you got the South Dakota Indians and all that stuff. And they was pushing us out the South. Because remember, the whole United States was Indian territory, but the South was packed with Aborigines, with Aborigine and Indians and stuff. You
Well,
had a lot of Choctaw and Cherokees, Blackfoots, Black Hawks. You had all them Indian tribes down in the South. And they was trying to find a way to get us
well,
out the
yeah,
South
yeah,
to
yeah.
keep pushing us off the land further and further and further and further.
My brother, you have to understand that the people that you saw in the trees that we thought that were slaves, that we thought that these people were catching slaves, they was not making an example out of people that they were catching slaves. What they would do, they would put them on trees and they would hang them people. There were people who own land. It's called land patents. If you own your own land, they would take your patents away. And what they would do, they would make examples out of you. They would make examples out of you in front of everybody. What they would do, they would make examples in front of you, and they would tie your ass to the tree in front of all them people, and they would hang you until you gave up your land. And a lot of them brothers did not give up their land. They stole it, they hung them, and they put them on trees. People don't want to talk about the truth. Everybody
Yeah.
think that these people was enslaved, and these were runaway slaves, and these people, no, they had their
No.
children stand around and set
Because
an
you have to
example
remember.
right in front of them. To set an example,
Because
they
you got
had
cause you
their
got to remember.
children watch. They had their
Yeah,
offspring.
because you
And
got
this
to
is what I
remember.
talk about, offspring. And this is what we're going through right now. Their offspring is benefiting off of everything that they have done. The wickedness, all the bullshit that they have done, they are benefiting off of a lot of heritage, off of a lot of land patents, and a lot of laws that belong to us and your ancestors. You got to do your genealogy. You have to understand what with the understanding of what's owed to you and what's not owed to you. When you do your genealogy and you connect the dots, you start to understand, hey, I'm connected to that family. You might be connected to a family that own acres and acres of land. This is what we talk about when we talk about land patents. Land patents, a Walmart could be sitting on your land. You may not know that. A Walmart could be a benefit sitting on your property, but because of your ancestors, shit and there's many businesses that could be sitting on your land, and you could be making a lot of money, a lot of millions of dollars. A lot of us don't understand that. Okay, a lot of us don't understand that. And I want you guys to understand. I don't know what happened. We had a technical difficulty with the brother. The brother, I'm pretty much sure my brother 504 will come back on. Let me read some of these comments. Where did the word Indian come from? The word Indian came from the white man. The word Indian came from the white man. See, when you watch the old cartoons, when they were making fun, there were black cartoon Indians. They were not white, light-skinned complexion cartoon Indians. Go look at some of them. If you go on my feed, go look at all the Indians they made fun of. They were dark-skinned people. They were like I told you that the word Indian was just as bad as being called nigger. I hate to say that word, but it's the truth. Okay, so if you call, yeah, they call some of our people said we were Indian. Yeah, we have some Indian in our blood. A lot of your grandfathers, your parents called you Indian, said you got Indian in your bloodline. Okay, now some of you guys look at me and they say, "Oh man, you like complex." You have to understand that doing the race, a lot of mixed race. A lot of mixing has gone on. A lot of rapes that has gone down, and our people have been raped. But you got to look at more than just the color. When you look at people in tribes, you got to look at the nose. You got to look at the lips. You got to look at the facial feature when you look at Aborigine. It's more than just color. When you understand the dynamics of this stuff, then you will realize that color has nothing to do with bloodline. Bloodline is everything. Okay? So I'm just telling you that a lot of our people have been misused. When you look at this picture and you see most of the brothers had crowns on their helmets, on their heads. They wore crowns, okay? Most of these people wore crowns of royalty. There was royalty in our bloodline. Okay, look at this brother. The high cheekbones, the face, the full lips. You got to look at this stuff. When you look at an Indian, an African facial features. When you look at their bloodline, they don't have the same bloodline that we have. Okay, when you look at genetics, you talk about bloodline, just this blood type. Most Africans don't have the same bloodline, blood type as an American Indian. I'm telling you. Go look at the real, go check yourself, understand if you related to them, why you don't have the same blood type. You have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself. It's more all skin folks, not kin folks. All skin folks, not kin folks. Just because a brother look like you in skin complexion does not mean you related. I want people to understand that. Y'all got to get that shit out your feelings. You want to be a part of something. Man, at one time, back in the days, my grandmother used to tell me all the time, you Tata Nation. I used to ignore that shit because at the time, they was going into this new era of African. Everybody was wearing their little, they dashiki, their African medallions. And that was when Jesse Jackson changed the bill. Jesse Jackson in 1988, he changed a bill. And when he changed the bill, what he did was he made you become African American. They call you got around some of us, some of the people did not like being called African American, so they was preferring to be called black. That's how black became. There was no such thing as black neither. Nobody was called. They were calling themselves. They was either calling themselves color or Negro. Okay, so let me read these things. It says, meaning I'm Noah's descendant, not Neanderthal. Okay, you're not Neanderthal. I'm not saying you are, my brother. I'm not calling anybody a Neanderthal. I don't know what your bloodline is mixed with. Okay, that's the same thing that we have a problem with is when people look at all people of color and say that they're all Africans. Okay, I don't know if you're Neanderthal. I don't know that. Okay, so this is what we talk about when people pass judgment on people that they don't know. They don't know who you are. They just hurry up and put something on you that they don't know nothing of you. Okay, and we have to stop that because we don't know everybody's background. We don't know who everybody is connected with. I don't know everybody on TikTok, so I can't say who you are and who you not. That's what pissed me off on the brother that called himself going after this young man who said that he was going after this young man who said that he was not African American. African American
Yeah, I
is
lost connection.
not. Let me read this. African American is nonsense. You on the right track. Thank you, brother. Thank you. And listen, I'm not on here to disrespect other people and what they believe. There was Indians in Canada as well. Do y'all understand that Canada is truly America? Canada and South America is all America. Panama, when you go to Mexico, when you go down to Brazil, when you go down to all that is connected to America. That is one land that
And I
is.
was,
And I don't understand why people don't understand that America is a continent. America is not a country. Go ahead, brother.
nope. That's just like, okay, where people always say, well, how did people get to Jamaica and this and the islands and stuff, because you have to remember, all this was one land at one time. All this was connected. Pangea, all this stuff was connected. You
But
was
people
able
don't
to
want
go
to
to
talk like
Africa,
that. They don't want to
Russia,
talk.
Moscow.
See, when they look at
Oh,
South
my bad.
America, when they look at South America, brother, nobody talks about the old map. The old map shows that South America was connected to Africa. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about Africa and
See,
South America were connected. Everybody, when they talk about everything, they want to talk about fucking boats. And it pisses me off that boats is the only way to get across everything. Nobody talks about Haiti, how all these little islands were connected to the land. How you think they broke off? Nobody wants to talk about history like that. Because they find that to be ridiculous and they don't understand. When you do your research, you'll understand that Hawaii, Haiti, Puerto Rico, all that was connected to America. All these lands were connected.
Cuba, Brazil.
Yes,
You ain't had
Florida,
to use a
Florida and
passport and all that
Mississippi,
shit to go out
all these
over there.
places was connected to Florida and Louisiana. All these places were connected. These little islands that you see in the Gulf of Mexico, they came apart.
If you
But
go
no,
look at a if you go look at an old map, it will show you there was no Louisiana. From Texas to Florida was one big old place.
right,
And also there's a guy who I posted a long time ago. We had he told him he was here in America, but was shipped from America to Liberia and stuff. They were when they wasn't bringing slaves here in America, they were shipping people from here to other places.
well, the young lady said
You
that's
see what
why
I'm
I
saying?
asked the,
When
the
you
young lady said that's why I said how long mutation occurred. You have to understand the original woman of the world, and this don't have nothing to do with race, but y'all have to understand the original first woman was a melanin black woman. I want people to understand that. That
yeah
the melanin black woman was
yeah.
the very first person, so the mutation came off of her. Okay, so you have to understand
So
that
let me
she's the mother of the whole world. The black woman is the mother
so let
of
me
all
let me tell
people.
you
Go ahead.
let me tell you something about us melanated folks. We can trace our heritage back thousands of years, all the way to the 17, 16, 1500s. Okay, white folks
Oh,
can't do that. They can't
way
trace
back
their
into that,
lineage
brother.
that far back.
Way back before that, bro.
Well, I'm
Way
just
back,
giving it. I'm just giving an example.
way back
So,
before that. Go ahead.
I said to say this. We can trace our heritage back as far as we can go if we want to. I have to say this. You know, we need to take the time out and figure this out and start using common sense when it comes to stuff like this. You have to ask yourself, why was we reclassified so many times? When you figure it out, we've been reclassified because we've been paper genocided. They know, okay, don't you know as American Aborigine, you don't supposed to pay taxes? It's in the Constitution laws.
So much money, so
We're not
much money.
supposed to pay taxes. They're supposed to give the money, okay, the money that the $5 Indians and these people on reservations are getting, that is our benefits that they're taking from us.
Let
That
me
is
let,
our stuff.
let me read this to the person that said, "How do you suppose you got lighter color skin than the other man?" Well, you have to understand. Okay, now look, I don't have no white bloodline. All my people in my family, I have a black father and I have a black mother. Okay, I want you to understand that the black man, and this is nothing have to do with race. I just want you to understand this, that the black man can make light-skinned people, and the black man can make dark-skinned people. Now this goes all the way back. This goes all the way back to Cain and Abel. This goes all the way back to the original truth of the Bible. You have to understand that the black man has the black woman has the DNA of all race of people. So
That's a fact.
my mother didn't sleep with a white man to get me to be dark. All my grandfather was a dark skinned person. Okay, so you have to understand that bloodline that we can that our people can make all different colors of people. Okay, I might be part of a tribe That's more of the light complexion part of the tribe. Now, do I deny the fact that I have French descent because of the white man rapes me being from New Orleans, Louisiana, and we have some French in our bloodline, and they was down there. They were raping a lot of our
Fact.
black women. Do I deny? Do I have French in my bloodline? Hell no. Hell no. I'm not denying that. Okay? So I want people to understand that we all in America are not pure race people. Nobody in the
No,
world
I just
is
like
pure race people. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. But we can make any color. We can make any color. There's no denying it is what it is. Okay? We can make any race or form of people. If you take a dark complexion person and you have a dark complexion man have sex with a white woman, that a dark complexion man have sex with an Asian woman. It could be Asian. It could be anybody. And this is science. This is not racism. Black people have a much stronger DNA than any race of people. This has nothing to do with race. This is why a lot of white people do not like black men. This is why a lot of white people
there we
want
go.
black men to be killed. Because if they mix with their people, it changes their bloodline. Okay? That's a fact.
And yeah, and that's what I was just saying. Like that's what I was just explaining to like if you go to Mexico, you're going to see the real Mexicans. It's the same complexion as me with long hair.
Yeah, you
Them
go up
are the
and
real Mexicans.
you have Mexicans that are really in Palenque, Mexico, that are dark complexion like the brother on the right. Color does not
You have
matter.
the
It
real.
does not matter. Go ahead, brother.
You have the real. You have the real Cubans the same color as me.
That's a
You have
fact.
the real Puerto Ricans the same color as me. They try to hide those folks, but they don't want you to know the real identity of the Mexicans and the Cubans and the Puerto Ricans. You see, the only thing make it different than me and the Cubans and the Puerto Ricans is that they speak Spanish and I speak English.
Now, this young
That's
lady
the
said,
only thing that's different.
but they still want the DNA because they dying off. That is a fact. That is a fact. You have a lot of
And they
young,
want
you got a
the
lot of
melanated women.
you got a lot of young brothers that are being taken. You got a lot of young women that are being taken. They're being murdered. A lot of people, when white women are taken and missing, they have a whole task force out there looking for that white woman. When a black woman is out there missing or a black man is out there missing, you don't even it's not even exists to even have task forces out there. The national media does not cover it because they cover it up because they want a lot of DNA. There's a lot of DNA involved in this. There's a lot of organs that are being missing. These are factual truths. Okay, a lot of people don't like to hear the truth, but it is what it is. Okay, so you know if color didn't have nothing to do with it, people wouldn't be in the tanning booth trying to look like you. Okay, but they hate you. They don't. They love your music. They love your complexion, but they don't love you. You have to understand these things, okay? I might be as lighter than this brother, but I'm still a nigger in their eyes. Just because I'm lighter than my brother on the right, does not that does not mean that I got privileges that he don't have. I want people to understand that
True.
because it doesn't make no difference. I'm still that nigger, okay? I'm still that Negro, okay? So just because I'm light skinned and he dark skinned, I'm still that Negro. I'm still going. They still gonna put a knee to my motherfucking neck, just like they'll put a knee to his motherfucking neck. Okay? I still got
That's a
that
fact.
nose.
That's a
I still
fact.
got that lip. I still fight for my people. It is what it is.
But
Light
see,
skinned don't
but
mean
see,
shit. I
but
still
see,
got.
this,
I still love my nappy hair. I still love my nappy hair. You know what I mean? I ain't curly. I ain't got no curly
and
ass
people
hair.
don't understand. What
You know
people understand is, and people understand. People don't understand is though when the melanated people has been here for years, bruh. What's the one thing we always do? We always leave a trace to show that we've been here. That goes back to all the way to ancient Egypt, Kemet. They left the Egyptians. They left the pyramids and all the stuff they left over there in ancient Egypt. They left stuff that you know they was here. The Olmecs built statues and stuff like the Aztec Mayans. They left all that to let y'all know that we was here, that our ancestors was here, and they were scattered all over the place. Not the white folks. All they did was copy and paste and said and put a name to it and said it was theirs. That's what they did.
The brother said, "Here, watch what I put on my shadow band page. Y'all pay attention, and y'all gotta understand this. When you speaking the truth,
Oh, I'm shadow banned.
I've
I'm
been
shadow
shadow
banned
banned. I've
already.
been
So
shadow banned, and a lot of people are starting to see me
and
now because
suppressed.
I don't come on here as much as I used to. That's why people are able to see me because I don't come on as like I used to. But I was sick. I want people to understand that I was 245 pounds, and I got down to 213 pounds. I lost a lot of weight. Had an episode of the COVID-19, and I had my potassium level was down, so I wasn't able to eat. But I could, but I'm back eating. I'm back. I probably look extra skinny to you guys, but I still got I still got a lot inside me. I'm still back to myself. You know what I'm saying? I still got a lot of love for everybody. I don't care if you white, black, green, or brown. This ain't about your color. This all about proving the truth, because what they've been doing is trying to keep us down, and it is what it is. Yeah, I was sick, very sick. That's the reason why you guys didn't see me. I was COVID-19 had damn near probably almost killed me. But I'm here. I'm here, you know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of weight, but that's all right. I still feel great. I took my black seed oil this morning. I got my taste buds back. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do anything, you know what I'm saying? I had bad diarrhea. I just was so sick. I couldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to know I'm back now. I'm eating. I'm gaining strength every day. It is what it is. I'm not ashamed to say that I was sick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm back. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? So I love all my people that follow me. I don't care if you white, green, purple, or brown. I love all you guys. This ain't about racism. It's about the truth. And if you follow me because you know that it's all about the truth and it's not about racism, we're not a hate group. See, I want you guys to think that every time y'all see two black brothers get together, y'all think this is about hate. This is nothing about hate. This is about us defending which is the truth. And I want you guys to understand that. You know what I'm saying? All we
And
trying to
what you
do
and people
is talk
understand is
about.
though, and the people understand is to show you we're not lying. So all you have to do, it doesn't. Everybody has a smartphone today, iPhone, Galaxy. I don't give a damn what it is. All you have to do is just go look up the old Max. Go look up the old Max and look at the old
And
Max and
she
look at
right. She
me
right. She said the
and
truth
look at
is
him.
about color. The truth is about color. So I have to take that back. The truth is about color because people want to deny the fact that these Indians were black. So you right.
But
So I
see,
got to
the
take
reason
that
why I
back.
say
I
no,
got to
no, the
take that
reason why I
back.
say no, no, no. It ain't about the reason why I say I ain't gonna make it up. We ain't gonna make it about color. We gonna make it up. It ain't about color. It's about the power of the land. You see what I'm saying? So they know that we are the original people. See, they know they came and stole it from the even when so-called Christopher Columbus came here. And what did he say? It was people of color
But it
that
wasn't it
that was
wasn't
here.
Christopher
So
Columbus. It was William Penn. William Penn said
well,
when William Penn
well,
said
you
when he
know,
stepped. Let me describe it. William Penn said when he stepped off the boat with these so-called when he came over here and he saw the savages, he called them savages. He said these natives they were dark as Ethiopians. They looked so much like Ethiopians. That's what William Penn stated. Okay, so he didn't identify them as paleface or people that of light complexion. He identified them as dark-skinned Ethiopians. That's what he identified them as. Okay, so you can't notify the truth. The truth is gonna always set you free, no matter
yeah.
what goes on. Okay, they have lied about history,
And
and
see,
we're not gonna sit there and allow them to
yeah.
keep fucking lying about history. But I have to look. I'm gonna let you get the final word because for some reason my power is
No, go
about to
ahead.
go off. But I want to thank you guys.
Yeah, mine.
Please
I'm losing.
follow.
I'm losing.
Please
And I'm
follow
losing connection.
Indigenous Warrior on YouTube and follow myself on YouTube. Check us out, man. We on YouTube. Peanut Nola
And follow me
504.
on.
And follow us
And follow
also
me here on TikTok
on
also
TikTok, you
and
know,
Instagram.
and Instagram. So we doing it all, trying to keep. You know, you guys want to come check our panels out? Come follow Peanut Nola 504, the Aborigine chief. Y'all come check me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting better because of you guys. So I'm out of here.
All right, brother, be easy.
Yeah, I gotta try to figure out how to get out of here. Hold on one second.
Press the power button, man.